built on the side of a former piano factory. There's been plenty of music made on the field here in the decades since it opened back in 1998. Welcome, everyone, to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Today, a battle out of the AFC between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. On one sideline, the head coach of the Steelers. These guys hoping that one loss last week doesn't become two here. Facing off against him, head coach John Harbaugh of the Ravens. His side also occupying playoff position, so might be a rematch we see play out this postseason.
All right, guys, this is a big game. This is basically for the division lead and probably for the number one seed in the AFC. So this is a mess. It's a bigger game than last week. So let's double check the medical center real quick. Of course, my left tackle's out. Of course, he is. All right. Let's just play. That is what it is.
Welcome, everybody tuning in. Kate Scott and Brock Heward here as Jake Bates is going to get this started. And from Baltimore, we're underway. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
A win is a win for him, whether he goes for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, Kate, or maybe he just finds the end zone once like last week. And being the team-first guy he is, he'd be more than happy to end the game with just one touchdown pass, or maybe even no touchdown passes, so long as they get the win in the end.
Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Second down now, 7 to go.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
Lamar now from the gun. Right back to Flowers they go. He's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
It's complete. Play made by Bateman. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. They gain 11 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Lamar throwing again. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
At the 48-yard line.
Short pass brought in. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Steelers' side of the field.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
He's able to hit Flowers. Caught. Ooh, and he is cracked at the tail end of that play. A good hit, but sure would love for it to have come earlier as he gets forward a bunch and gets him the first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
They'll run it for the first time with Jalen Warren. And that carry only gets one on the plunge up the gut.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door.
Steelers bringing pressure, no place to go, down he goes. And this defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He's trying to lay this one in deep down the right side. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
So here are the Steelers now, taking over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year signal caller.
He's definitely one of the stars in this league, a true franchise quarterback. And when you're at this level, Kate, you want to put your imprints on this game right from the jump.
There's a dive up the middle. And he's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
First down. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Steelers.
Back to the well again. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Nate Wiggins getting up to end that play. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Finds him on the crossing route. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. To the line and set. Here we go, first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Dive play straight ahead. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains in next week.
Dumps it off to his running back. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular. When the back ended up being the target, they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
And he's tackled with a first down yardage. Offense already looking like they're in mid-game form. They've got it down to the 32.
First down. First and 10 at the 32.
They'll throw it here on first. He gets it again to Mitchell. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers have a great first drive and get the game's first points. It's an Adonai Mitchell touchdown. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
That one splits the uprights. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Returnable from the 2. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson ready to go again on offense. And it's been impossible to contain this guy as both a passer and a runner all season. Late in the year, look, he's the leader among quarterbacks in rushing yards. Ravens to the line now. First and 10. They'll run here with Tajay Spears. Had some room to work, and he took advantage. Give him 7. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here. What he was able to do in support of that win.
Up 2nd and 3.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Lamar off the play fake. Connects on the crosser. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. It's like you always say, right back to work for him. Getting the drive moving like that turnover never happened.
And they weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing, throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game, and you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce.
Delay of game, offset.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. Designed run, Jackson keeping it. Rolling into enemy territory. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
Not that he needed to, but he'll always try and remind people that he's a threat running it, in addition to slinging it all over the field.
Up 2nd and 3.
Sit hot! Sit hot! Sit hot!
On 2nd down, Warren. Now he's past the 25. And he's going to have this one down to the 20. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
22 yards. That's good for a Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Warren once more. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. 7-0 is our score. Back to the bank in just a moment. Welcome back. Second quarter about to start. Ravens with a chance for at least 3, maybe 6. Changing it up here, Jackson. The steel curtain just too much. He's taken down. And that's going to add some distance onto this upcoming third down.
A 7-yard loss. Brings
Ben,
up third down.
even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Got his man. This is Noel. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with the first and goal.
Baltimore first down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Lamar out of the pistol. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens start to fight back with their first points of this game. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. Is Tyler Luke now on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens tie this game 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Returnable from the 1. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Steelers and their running back about to get back to work. And with the end of the season in sight, he's looking for a strong finish to capture that NFL rushing crowd. On first down, they'll run. This is ahead for about 5. Tackle made by Chris Abrams-Trade. It's a gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Back-to-back carries here. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving. First and 10 from the 43.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down. Here's a throw. Connection made to the rookie from Washington. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And the Steelers have a first down. So a fresh set of downs now from the 39. They'll run here on first down. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. They'll come up on first and 10.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Steelers first down.
Looking to throw here. Setting up the screen. And he'll go down here at the 16.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you. Second down, that playbook wide open.
At the Ravens 16-yard line.
Here's Gibson on second down. He's going to be held up after gaining 2, so a little shy of that marker. Third down coming up. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it 40 yards to reset the downs. The handoff on third and short. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a first and goal.
Steelers first down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Another carry for him. And he's going to get taken down near the goal line. It's a gain down to the 1. Setting up, 2nd and goal. They give it to him again. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Steelers take a 2nd quarter lead. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Bates now for the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Steelers break that tie and now lead by 7. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. He'll take this at the 10. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Coach John Harbaugh sending his Ravens offense back to the field. And we'll see, Brock, if they go back to that ground game this drive after how well they ran it their last time out.
I'm going to probably say yes on that one, Kate. This is a team with a known identity across the league. They're going to hang their hat on running the football effectively. I think they'll get right back to work.
Carried by Spears to start the drive. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Now it's Lamar. It's caught. This is Tajay Spears. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
Daniel Whelan.
4th down, and it'll be the native of County Wicklow in Ireland, Daniel Whelan, on to punt. Punts away, and he really pulled out the lob wedge here. It is soaring high as they try to pin them deep. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. And we'll see if the perfect start can continue as they try for their 3rd touchdown in 3 drives. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. One's complete, right side. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory.
Gain of 16 yards. First down, Pittsburgh.
On 1st down, it's Gibson. And he's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Justin Matabike making that stop. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Setting up to throw. Finds him over the middle. And they are going to have to face a 3rd down here, but only need a yard at most as this play picks up 7.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They'll run here. Gibson. They'll have the 1st down and even more. Down to the 10. There it is. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take a 13-point lead.
Okay, you know what a run like that does for everybody, for the play call, for the O-lineman, for the offense? It just gives you confidence that you can call that run again and not expect a little chunk, but go get explosive on the ground as well.
Bates now for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Steelers double their lead to 14.
Ravens 7.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Return starts at the 9. stopped on the run back of the 27. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Now a toss play for Spears. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Offense to the line. 2nd down. They kick the running back in motion. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Up behind the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Jackson now, 3rd and long. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. New set of downs from 37. 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Steelers bringing pressure. No place to go. Down he goes. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up 2nd down.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
2nd down and 19 yards to go after that sack. Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. Hits his running back. And he's brought down after a short gain.
It's sure nice to have that safety valve. Sure nice to have a running back that's not just able to tote it, Kate, but he's able to catch it. That's now multiple times they've looked his way, and multiple times he's delivered.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Again, Daniel Whelan heading out for another punt. This kick is away, but it is short and straight up into the air. Fair catch called for and made at the 35-yard line. Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
So entering the locker rooms, got ourselves a 2-score game. It's time to hear from Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Week 15 of the NFL season, playoff time for you fantasy football players. But for the real teams, the home stretch is starting. Let's get into it. Our tour around the NFL starts now at legendary Lambeau Field. It's the Packers at home to take on their NFC North rivals, the Bears. And as Mike Tirico says, it's the most poetic of combinations, love to Romeo, Romeo Dobbs. From there, why don't we go to Cleveland? Let's check in on the Browns as they play host to the Atlanta Falcons. And this is Drake London. He's going to run a deep route, look it in, and he's gone. 80 yards on the catch and run for the touchdown. This one's at halftime now, and it's the Falcons with a 14-10 lead at the half. Lastly, let's go to MetLife Stadium. It's the Giants taking on the Cowboys. And this is Cam Scattaboo. He's going to take this one in, and he's now into double figures, his 10th touchdown on the year. This one is at halftime, and it's the Giants with the lead at the half. With that, let's give you a chance to look at the playoff picture in the NFC with 1 month remaining in the regular season. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half. As we hand it back over to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Fielded at the 7. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Steelers are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. Now to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. 2nd and 10. Blown back, it's the handoff. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still 3rd down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and inches.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. He's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Jump off, caught by his back. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
1st down, Steelers.
Throwing off the play fake. He's got a man left. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. We'll keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
And the Steelers 1st down.
They'll go play action. And that's incomplete. We've got a flag down, and there was contact, but is this going to go against the offense? So they have the incompletion, but the defense decides they'd rather take the penalty and the yards and play that down again. He's going to throw this one. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line.
Guys, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He can take it to the house.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And that short gain is enough for a new set of down. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Liking 18.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. He finds him 6 yards on that 1st down run. Now, after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. Was caught. Or he might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a 1st and goal.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They'll try and punch it in. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up, because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on 1st and goal, it sets the table for more success.
He gets it again. And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Steelers grow the lead coming out of halftime. Those defensive coaches got to be hot, Brock. That was a touchdown that shouldn't have happened. That tackle should have ended it.
You try bringing down one of these NFL running backs in, Miss Kate.
Okay, touche, partner.
They see that goal line. They smell that goal line. It is no sure thing to try to bring down one of those horses before they find pay dirt.
Bates now for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers stretch their lead to 21.
Ravens 7.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson ready to go again on offense. And he's been more than just his passing touchdowns this season. In fact, you can see it right here. He's leading all quarterbacks in rushing scores late in the campaign. Shotgun handoff now for Spears. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Headed in reverse so far. Time to shift into drive. Here's 2nd and 14. Play action now with Jackson. Dumped off to his running back. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler. Gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Down the shotgun, give to Spears. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Running Spears on 2nd down. And all he can get is a yard here, Brock. It's going to be 3rd down.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
You at X. Hey, report.
From the gun, Jackson. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
It has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game. And failing to convert on that 3rd down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
Put down, here's Jackson. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs. Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. 1st and 10. Going back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Throwing from the gun. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. The Steelers set to punt it. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Coach John Harbaugh sending his Ravens offense back to the field. They're coming off a 4th down. try that didn't work in their favor. Let's see how that might affect the approach they take this time out. On first down, Spears. And they'll only find 1 yard up the gut. Second down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Jackson to throw it. To the left side, caught by Andrews. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Spears, another pistol here. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got second and 11.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard. Brings up second and 8.
Lamar now from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there.
Gain of 5.
Third and 6 for them to figure out now. Air it out on third. Andrews with the catch. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down, it took a great defensive effort to do it.
And he puts together a nice return there to take us to the end of this quarter. This is the end of the third quarter. It's the Steelers with it to begin the fourth, and this game entering blowout territory. Here's first and 10 from the 47. A give, left side to Gibson. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10. Now looking to throw. Setting up the screen here for Gibson. Bouncing football, but it bounces out of bounds, so they'll retain possession. So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10.
Offense retains possession.
They're going play action. Flushed out of the pocket. Completed to his running back. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out.
As soon as he starts to escape, Kate, you can almost see that gunslinger mentality come to life. It takes really perfect defense to hold up and keep him from finding something that'll go get that first down. They couldn't do it right there.
Here's Gibson on second down. And their next snap is going to come from the red zone, Brock. He's down to that 17-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. All right, they look set now. Here we go, first and 10. Shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10.
At the 17-yard line.
They're throwing it. He's got it over the middle. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Seventh play of the drive. They've been moving it well. This is third and 6.
Third and 6.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson. Oh, the football's loose. And this is picked up by the Ravens. Not a ton after the recovery, so they're going to take possession deep in their own territory.
This is exactly what you want out of your defense. If they're not going to secure the ball on offense, then they're going to give you a shot at it. Go punch that ball loose and get a body on it for the recovery.
While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover.
Is under review.
Yeah, pretty bang-bang play out there. It's tough to see exactly what happened on our first look in real time.
But you know what I like here, and I do appreciate, and these officials are so good at let the play just play itself out before calling it dead. Now all the replays and the camera angles will give us such a better idea of really what happened.
Take that fumble away. The officials overturn the call and say he was down. And the QB keeps it on the sneak. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up for the first and goal.
Well, as they get deeper and deeper into this side of the field, they need him to become the guy who makes those plays in the biggest of moments. And that may not show up as a big old pass play.
And that's a Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers put up even more points in a win. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on him. Great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Point after up and good for Bates. And the Steelers grow their lead yet again.
Ravens 7.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Starting from the 5. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Coach John Harbaugh sending his Ravens offense back to the field. And they take the field feeling pretty beaten down with how this one's gone, even if they're keeping their heads high, Brock. Not a whole lot they've been able to do so far.
Yeah, in these moments, I think of golfers, right, in a tournament. They don't want to look at the scoreboard. They don't want to see how much they're down. They just want to take it shot by shot by shot. That's exactly what this offense has got to do.
And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time. 8
yards to go, and let's see how they approach this second down. Lamar off the play fake. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Brings up third down and 8 yards to go.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. To the air on third and long. Finally caught, and he lost the football. And the Steelers get to it. And they're going to give a couple yards back on the return, but I don't think they care much, Brock, because they're going to take over on the fumble.
You know what separates good defenses from great? Good defenses find a way to get off the field. Great defenses find a way to take the ball away. What a great play to set their offense up with some mojo.
The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. Right up the gut. On the move, past the 40. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down.
22 yards. First down, Pittsburgh.
Hiking 18.
Back-to-back carries here. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Back to throw now. Setting up the screen. Keeps away from one. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. This game has already been a good one for him, Brock. And hey, there's still time. He could add on even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As long as there's time left, he's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great one.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Hut, hut.
On first down, it's Gibson. Room inside the 10. And he's going to have this all the way down to the 4. 4 downs to get this across. Here's first and goal.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's in for the touchdown. The Steelers continue piling it on here in the 4th.
Let's see, Kate. I think in bowling, you get 3 strikes, that's a turkey. You know, in hockey or soccer, you score 3 goals, that's a hat trick. What are we going to call this other than simply splendid?
Bates now for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers continue piling onto this lead.
Ravens 7.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Baltimore running its offense out now. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. First down, here's Lamar. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Emmanuel Forbes on the coverage.
What are you?
I got him. He's mine.
Now Jackson off the play action. He just throws this one away.
Hey, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
It's not.
Jackson now on third. Gets another one into the hands of Flowers. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line.
13.
First and 10 from the 43.
Yards. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Report.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now we give to Spears, coming left. And he got what he could there. Call it about 4 yards on first down. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. Now here's Lamar. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line.
17 yards.
Bringing the offense up to the line. First and 10.
First down.
What?
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Jackson keeping it himself. Only able to get back to the line on that first down play, so no gain.
Man, it is tough to fool this defense with how they just react to these plays, Kate. They held that line, QB keeper, it gets 0.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. This one's out to Noel, left side. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up third and 6.
That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Ravens hoping to do some window dressing in the time remaining.
Yo.
Nice drive here. It's up to 8 plays as they get set for third and 6. Third and long. They're going to throw. And that'll chip away some of this near the end. It's caught for a touchdown. The Ravens putting up points in a game decided. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Here's Luke for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Ravens cut the lead down to a more manageable 28 points.
Ravens 14.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away.
For Baltimore.
He fields it from the 8. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Steelers returning their offense and this running back to the field. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Here's the one back on the handoff. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Here we go, here we go. Hot, hot.
Another carry for him. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down.
He's taken down.
He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd down.
Hiking 18.
Back to the well again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
He was brought down by Hamilton. A gain of 3. It's 4th
Punting
down.
unit out now. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. So the Steelers come in and take this on the road. Man, they were facing a top-5 defense this week, Brock, but they made them look anything but. What a great performance to get this win.
Yeah, you could come in, Kate, with this awe and mystique of, gosh, we're facing one of the best defenses in the league, but as soon as you get those first points, you realize, you know what? They're mortal just like the rest of us, and they took the fight right to them.
So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Baltimore.